Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. Today we're hanging out with Mr. Short Game and finding out the gear that he uses to do his live streams. So the net, golf pad, this might look familiar if you're familiar with Mr. Short Game's channel, and we're hanging out here at his place. This is his home studio where he does his broadcasts, his golf lessons, his tutorials, his how-tos, and his reviews on gear. We're here hanging out with him, helping him with production, as well as seeing the gear and talking about what his setup is on how he does his live stream. Let's go check it out and see what he's got going on.
We're doing short game drills today.
Yeah?
All short games, so I gotta be a little closer to my net.
Gotcha.
Otherwise the balls fly over to the neighbor's house.
You know, that's a thing. I've been watching the channel and people have said, man, he's hitting that really close to the edge. Has balls gone over to the neighbors at all?
Oh yeah, I mean, I whipped one right through the net. It didn't even hit the tree back there. And I was like, oh no.
Right.
I didn't hear
Cars
anything.
or in the street. All right, so Matt's got camera 2 set up, which is basically he's shooting 1080.
The most it will do is 1080
Yeah.
going to YouTube. That's the highest it'll do. If you're doing Facebook, it only does 720.
All right, because we're live streaming.
Live stream,
Yeah.
but YouTube gets a 1080p signal.
Nice. So we're doing 1080 out of the phone for camera 2, which is your forward-facing camera. So for that front angle
Face on
that
view.
you'll see. And so what are you using the iPad for?
So this is your Sling Studio control panel.
Right. So it's your switcher basically.
Exactly. Why you connect this to your Sling Studio, Wi-Fi, and all your devices that you're using
Yeah.
in your Sling Studio console app. Which this thing's so awesome. So I already have a project, Mr. Short Game project.
Yep.
Boom. I just go there, and I go to. We're gonna do a live broadcast. Select my destination, YouTube. I've already created an event on my desktop for this show, so I just click that. Everything's done.
Right.
I just hit set destination.
Your RMTP address from YouTube and that whole thing.
That's all done on the desktop. Yeah, I just create an event, and it shows up here once you log into your account.
Yep.
Hit save. I don't need to do any setup stuff because we know all that. So this camera's good. We see it here.
Yep.
There's no signal for that one. For the other camera. So we gotta check it out. See what's going on.
So this is camera 1.
Cam 1 is on. Everything's good. Let's see if we're powered up. No, we're not.
So yeah, that's one of the things on the Sling Studio that my experience has been is on the transmitter. When you're making the connection to the switching software, which Matt is doing now, you actually have to, there's a sequence and time of pressing and holding that button. You gotta press and hold it for like 5 seconds, between 5 to 7 seconds, and then it recognizes it, and then it'll show up in the studio app.
Yeah, it usually works pretty easily. Sometimes it gives you a little problem.
Yeah.
That's why I have 2 of these, just in case one fails for too long. Then I go with option B.
Yeah, I did a blockchain conference, and we did the whole thing via Sling Studio, and that was the thing that probably the biggest issue that I had, and it was easily overcome, but it did take some time. Yep, she's using the backup, but it did take some time powering it down, rebooting it, and then getting that signal to connect properly. But once it was connected, it was pretty solid. So we're back here closer to the house in the patio area, and that's where Matt has the hub set up on a tripod, and then he's got his power run out here. And the primary reason why he has it set up closer to the house is because of the Wi-Fi proximity here is going to have a lot stronger signal than say you know, another 100 feet out the yard. So the transmitter sending the signal back here is totally fine. It's just that his experience has been he's got a better network signal here for the hub to the network, so he has less glitches in providing that quality live stream for all of you guys. So let's head back and see how he's doing with the camera. How's it going?
Well, that's a great question. We're having some technical difficulties. All right, so it's not seeing the HDMI, so it could be a bad cable.
Yeah,
that's a possibility.
All right, this is Mr. Short Game warming up. Guys, set up. Camera 1.
Two minutes to game time.
2 minutes to game time.
I don't know why I'm swinging. We're doing all short game today. Maybe.
It's good for warm up. Mr. Short Game.
We died today.
What happened?
Everything that could go wrong went wrong, as you would expect. Let's see, we overheated. So camera's overheated, phone camera's overheated. The receiver, the Sling Studio, it wouldn't charge, so that was not good. The second receiver would never work.
Yeah.
I try to love up on Sling Studio as much as I can, but today it gave us major problems. But we overcame.
Yeah.
We survived. We used this phone when the other one died, and we used that phone when this one died.
And how'd you cool them down when they overheated?
So Erik would take them to the freezer as they died and shuttle in a new one. So we would have we'd cut to one camera during the freezing process, and then, but we made it.
Yeah, we made it happen.
Where's the camera on your phone so I know where to look?
So there's this,
oh yeah, there it is.
There, that one right there. Yeah, on that side.
Just try to stare at it, so people feel like I'm looking at them.
But yeah, so here with Matt, Mr. Short Game, obviously he's crushing it on his golf channel. If you're not already following the golf channel, despite the challenges that we had, yeah, it's like over 100 degrees out here in the valley in Los Angeles. And so we had some overheating, like you mentioned, with the cameras, some issues with the transmitter. But we overcame, and people still got about an hour's worth of live stream.
We had an hour.
Just maybe a pinch under by a minute. But I think, yeah. And, and sometimes when you're on set, and it's funny because it's like we never have these problems. I show up, and then there's all these problems. Sorry, it wasn't my fault.
We did have more problems than ever before.
It wasn't my fault, I promise.
But we had more gear too, so we were able to swap in and out and survive.
Yeah, that was cool. So if you're into golf, and even if you're not into golf, but you're a casual golfer, watch Mr. Short Game. I mean, he's got some great tips, great tricks that are going to help improve your game. I might actually swing a few hits on his net rig that he has out here, which is really cool. Do you have a video of how you built this rig?
I do.
Yeah?
There's a video on my channel of me building this whole deal.
All right, so I'm gonna leave a link down in the description below for that video if you want to build a rig similar to this.
It's 10 by 10 by 10 by 10.
And just make sure you don't drive any balls into your neighbor's
Well, that will happen no matter what you do.
But yeah, I mean, it's great. It's great being here. And yeah, we'll talk about the Sling Studio a little bit more. But if you're not subscribed, consider hitting that subscribe button down below. Mash that like button on this video if you so choose, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified anytime a new video drops. Until next time, cheers.